Hello and welcome to this week's What's Hot, and I'm thinking politics. What with us fast approaching the year when we don't just see a general election in the UK, but a rather large one in the US as well. So will it be the TikTok influencers who decide who gets voted in? So when I was looking at directors' dealings this week, I honed in on the name of Amber Rudd. Now, she was the Home Secretary under David Cameron's government, and in 2022, she was appointed non-executive director of British gas owner Centrica. Now, this past week, she's bought about 1,200 shares. And when you look at the history, you can see that she's pretty consistent, buying the same amount of shares at the end of every month. So let's look at Centrica's share price. Here's the 1 year. And here's the past 6 months. So all those tranches of 1,200 shares certainly helping to lift that stock. And EasyJet's share price also took off after the less budget airline revealed it had swung back into profit after a record second half. Now, that made the full year numbers very exciting. Full year pre-tax profit was 455 million compared to the pre-tax loss of 178 million the year before. And rightly so, investors have been rewarded with the return of the dividend. But will this be a temporary treat? Because EasyJet erred on the side of caution. It says that flights and wider demand are being affected by the war between Hamas and Israel. Its flights to Israel and Jordan are temporarily suspended. It's having a knock-on effect to its program in Egypt, and altogether those areas represent a combined 4% of its overall flight program. So I'm waiting to see and not experience flights that are fueled by SAF. This is sustainable aviation fuels, which are made from a variety of sources, including crops, household waste, and cooking oil, because Virgin Atlantic flew the first transatlantic flight by a large passenger plane powered by alternative fuels. That flight went from Heathrow to New York's JFK Airport. It wasn't, I hasten to add, carrying any fare-paying passengers. But what about Virgin Atlantic listing on the stock exchange? Its IPO, which was first discussed in 2021, it too has been suspended. It's on hold, but for how long? It may, I think, depend on the popularity and the safety of the SAF fuels. Well, I hope you're well. Take care. I'll be back same time next week.